Hey, what's up, guys? Turning and we're back with a brand new video. So this is actually not going to be a gameplay video. I just needed something in the background, so I did just click on BO3, and I'll just kind of chill on the waiting screen. Or I'll just kind of go like this. But basically, what this video is going to be about is the 100 Thieves roster, and I'm kind of just going to be like speculating who I think their fourth is. And just everything that kind of surrounds that team. So, what actually happened? If you guys have looked at Twitter or anything, so Kenny and Pharaoh came from Team Caliber to 100 Thieves, and Octane came from Optic. Now, the thing that I said on Twitter, if I can go find my tweet real quick, but basically I said something along the lines of, Octane to 100 Thieves, and everyone was like, okay, done. No Optic players are leaving. But so Octane actually didn't leave. What ended up happening was his contract got bought out by 100 Thieves, and so yeah. So Octane joins one. Here's my whole tweet. Gunless to LG. FaZe stays the same. John goes to 100 Thieves. Octane joins 100 Thieves. Optic picks up Dashian, TJ, and Methods is a free agent. So here's the thing. I think there's either like one or two things for John, because basically they want like $100,000 for John, which is a lot in terms of roster. Like that's probably the most I've ever heard. Just to put it in perspective, Octane's buyout was 50,000. So for Johns to be 100,000, that is ridiculous, and they're gonna have a really hard time getting him. But Slasher has the same buyout, and so does Gunless. So it's gonna be really hard to get any of those players. But I think what might end up happening is, so if Gunless, or if John does say get bought out by any other team. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be 100 Thieves. If he does get bought out by 100 Thieves, then that would mean that they would have $100,000 that they could say, go buy out somebody else. And Gunless is a player that I think has a lot of stock this year, especially after the year he had last year. I mean, Rise's tournament wins were just insane, especially when when he got there, they got a lot better. And I do think he's going to be kind of a star to come for years to come. So he definitely has a lot of value. But the same thing can be said about a Slasher, right? Because the way Rise is sitting perfectly fine. They have two players that, okay, yeah, they're putting them up for really, really high buyouts. And yes, this video was the topic of 100 Thieves, but it still is, because unless 100 Thieves is willing to drop $100,000 on a player, they're not going to get anybody that they want. So Slasher did talk about running an AR or running a sub. I think he tweeted something about that. I don't think that was true. I mean, obviously he's a top tier AR, and I don't know why he would ever want to switch it up now. So for 100 Thieves, it's kind of like they could pick up Karma, which will probably potentially end up being what happens. But then you also got to bring in the mix of these APAC players and these EU players, because they could always switch a region. And everyone on Mind Freak, like, everybody's known, like, okay, if you take, Shocks, one of these other guys, and you put them on an NA team, they will be really good. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to go to 100 Thieves. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think that could definitely shake some stuff up in terms of just seeing new faces in the scene, because a lot of these players have already teamed with each other that aren't on a set team, such as Optic, such as Luminosity. This kind of more well-established organizations that have been in COD for a long time. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to just see how everything shakes up. And I know that a lot of people are excited. Rostermania is always fun. It's always fun to make videos about. It's always fun to speculate. Um, at the same time, from a fan's perspective, you just kind of got to understand that, like, some of those players that you want, it's kind of impossible to get because, paying $100,000 for one player it's not cheap. At the same time, these big investors, they'll probably make their money back over time, but I mean, who's to say that player's even going to be there for that long? What if a team doesn't work out? It's just, I don't know. Another potential thing that I think might happen is a team buying out Zuma from FaZe. Now, that's been kind of talked about a couple times, and they've talked about, I guess, sticking together. For me, I just think that it's not going to be more worth it for them to stick together because no player on that team is bad. But, I mean, the thing with FaZe is they, ever since they picked up their Clay team and stuff, they pick up a roster and then they don't want to drop them ever. And I think that's really, really bad for them. Like, they don't drop anybody. You see how long it took. Clay hasn't won in, 1,000 days. Like, they literally had many opportunities to win a tournament and they couldn't. So, I definitely think that there does need to be a change there. Now, will there be? Probably not. But that's just kind of how everything is. The next thing I want to talk about is the Optic roster. So I'm just going to kind of call my predictions right now. I think that Dashi and TJ are going to Optic, as most of you probably already know. And I think that'll be really, really good for them. I think that TJ brings, a lot of S&D strats. I think Crim is a really good leader for them. I think Scump is going to be back in form this year, and I think that Dashi is going to be a breakout player this year. Black Ops 3, phenomenal, even though he didn't even play in the CWL and he didn't grind the game as much. And, I mean, that's saying something. So, I mean, we've never seen anything, I guess, lesser from him. Like, if he has one bad game, it's literally one bad game. It's not, falling into a slump or anything. But, anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed these type of videos. Leave a comment if you enjoy these type of videos and you want more. Make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.